ago, Fairfield knocked off a top-ranked Westview team, and some key players of that upset, like Cordell Hofer and Nolan Sherrick, still lead the Falcon Fury. Tonight, they travel to Topeka, where 1,000-point scorers Elijah Hales and Charlie Yoder are back on the attack and ranked 5th in Class 2A. It's always a tussle for first place in the Northeast Corner Conference, and emotions always run high. Fairfield faces Westview next on 46. Whether by horsepower or horse and buggy, they have made their way to the Warrior Gym in Topeka tonight. A standing room only crowd on hand for the 89th renewal of this rivalry between Fairfield and Westview on TV 46. And how you doing, everybody? Between the Hall of Famers, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freebie. Great to have you with us for this Northeast Corner Conference clash. Well, the Fairfield Falcons are 8-4 on the year. The last 2 times Troy Beachy's team has been on TV 46, they've beaten a top-ranked team. Well, they play the 5th-ranked team in the state tonight. Do they have what it takes to get another upset?
They have what it takes to be a very good basketball team. Peyton Faldo and Bentley Miller at the guards are quality players. Hofer is giving them a good look. Sherrick is giving them a good look. But they're still in the process of getting to be as good as they can be this year. I'm not sure, again, that they're going to have enough to beat a team like Westview at home, but they are a very good basketball team.
The team they take on tonight, the Westview Warriors, well, you're used to seeing them in big games on 46. They went all the way to the semi-state last year, and a lot of those players are back, including not 1, but 2 1,000-point scorers in Charlie Yoder and Elijah Hale.
And those 2 are dynamite. A lot of teams, if they just had those 2, would be a very good team, but they don't just have those 2. They got some big guys inside now who've developed, they've matured, they've grown. Litweiler is really stepping up as a junior. I think one of the things that they've got now is they've got pretty good balance, and nobody under 6'4", nobody over 6'5". They're all about 6'4", 6'5", and it's a very good team.
Bo Hunt will be patrolling the sidelines again tonight. And Bo, I know one of the things you like about this Westview team is the fact that they've lost 4 games. Not because they've lost them, but because of who they play.
Exactly. They went out and they challenged themselves this year. They said, you know what? In order to compete down at state, to win a semi-state, in order to get to state, we have to play the best. In order to do that, well, hey, let's go play some 4A schools. Warsaw, Center Grove, Valpo, East Noble. They played some really good schools in that, and they didn't get blown out. They competed with them. They played with them. That's only going to make them better and make them able to make that long run in the tournament.
The winner tonight gets first place in the Northeast Corner Conference. The loser has to hear about it for 12 months. We've got the Jordan Automotive Keys to win next on the 46 Game of the Week.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Thor Industries, Teachers Credit Union, Bill's Heating, Jordan Automotive Group, IU South Bend, Electrical Workers Local 153, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, and the IHSAA.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. They're simple, easy, stress-free. Welcome back inside the Warrior Gym. A standing room only crowd on hand for this one tonight as Westview takes on Fairfield, and it's time now to look at our keys to win. Brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. And for the Fairfield Falcons, they've got a dynamic inside-outside combination. The inside is taken care of by big Cordell Hofer, the 6'3" senior forward. Cordell averaging almost 14 points and 7 rebounds a game, but he's capable of going off. He's had 3 double-doubles so far this year. And then on the outside, they look for Nolan Sherrick. The 6'2" junior is a transfer from Westview. Scores 13 points and 4 rebounds a game, and he also leads the team in assists with 35. The keys to win for Troy Beachy's Falcons.
Well, number one, they got to read and react, and ball fakes and back screens can be really difficult to stop. They got to read first, then react. They got to hold Hales and Yoder. Well, you're not going to stop them, but you got to know where they are all the time. You got to get off to a quick start. You know, they talk about the fox being in the chicken house as being dangerous. You don't want to be the chicken in the fox house. Get off to a bad start. So that'll be a crucial night. It can kind of take the crowd out of it, too, if you don't get behind early. Physicality is a concern for head coach Troy Beachy from Fairfield, now in his 8th season.
Well, I think it's just surviving the atmosphere early on, just kind of getting through that early on, and then, you know, I always tell the guys, you're going to get what you deserve. You come out here and play soft and get pushed around here, and it's going to be a long night. You can come out and rebound and match the physicality and do those things, then you got a chance.
Westview, as we mentioned, with 2 1,000-point scorers in the lineup tonight. We'll start with the coach's son, Charlie Yoder, the 6'5 junior, averaging 21.5 points per game. He's number 10 on the all-time scoring list at Westview and had a career-high 37 against Valpo in the Hall of Fame Classic. But he doesn't have to do it alone. He gets a lot of help from the 6'4 senior, Elijah Hales, 16 points and 4 rebounds a game. Hales also leads the team with 138 assists. He's number 4 on the all-time scoring list here at Westview. The keys for Rob Yoder and the Warriors.
Well, they got to be ready to adjust to whatever they get from Fairfield. Fairfield will throw it all out there tonight. This is a big NECC game. They got to defend the arc, but protect the paint at the same time. You know, the combination of Sherrick and Hofer is a big challenge, and they can't revel in the rivalry. You got to set their tone for the last 6 weeks of the regular season. Yeah, you want to win the conference. You also want to be ready to go come tournament time, and Rob Yoder knows something about that. Semi-state last year, 16 seasons as the head coach of the Westview Warriors.
Well, I think that schedule strength and getting a little healthier, especially Nick, is making us better, and we're getting better and improving as we head into March, and that's really the name of the game, try to get better, and we feel like we are.
All the big-time networks are here tonight. These guys say they're ESPN. I'm not sure I believe them. But they're here, and so are we. And we've got the tip-off next. Those have been the Jordan Automotive Keys to Win on the 46th Game of the Week. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Thor Industries, the world's largest RV manufacturer. The starting lineups being introduced here in Topeka. Bob Nagel has them for us.
We do, as a matter of fact, and one thing you'll notice about both teams is the names are pretty familiar. They've had these guys around for a little while. First of all, the Fairfield Falcons. Peyton Faldo, he was our MVP in the last game we did last year with Fairfield. He's a 5'5 senior guard, wears number 2. Number 3 is Bentley Miller, a 5'8 senior guard. Number 10 is Skylar Mash. He's 5'11 and a senior. He'll play a forward, along with Cordell Hofer, a 6'3 senior. Hofer wears number 12, and number 21 is Nolan Sherrick. And Sherrick is a junior. He'll be playing in that front line as well. Now for the Westview Warriors, Charlie Yoder wears number 5, 6'5 junior. Number 13 is Elijah Hale, 6'4 senior. Drew Litweiler is a 6'4 sophomore, worked his way in that starting lineup. He's in there along with Josh Hostettler, number 33. He's a 6'1 senior. Number 55 is Nick Rensberger, a 6'5 senior, and nobody under 6'4, nobody over 6'5, but a lot of talent on that lineup for the Westview Warriors.
Our streaming tonight being brought to us by our friends at Southwind Flooring. As you hear the Westview Whistler go to work, one of the great traditions here, the 89th meeting between these two teams. And our officials tonight, Gene Teal working with Lane Meeks and Kyle Hunt. They did the girls game that went to Westview. How will the boys game go? Westview in the white, Fairfield in the blue. We are underway in the Warrior Gym. Fairfield wins the tip. Falcons are 8-4 on the year. Lost to Eastside in double overtime the last time out, and just about lost the basketball there. Cordell Hofer with it. Their best win came against Prairie Heights. Had narrow losses to good teams in Jimtown and East Noble. Nolan Sherrick's three-point effort rims out, and Elijah Hales gets the carom for the 12-4 Warriors. Charlie Yoder's three is off the mark, but Nick Rensberger out-rebounded by a little Peyton Faldo. Here come the Falcons again. Both these teams in the Northeast Corner Conference. Westview 5-0 in the league. Fairfield 4-0. Cordell Hofer. Now Bentley Miller. And there's Faldo for three. The iron unkind, but Miller with the rebound puts it in. So Bentley Miller, the 5'7" senior, puts home the rebound. And Fairfield grabs the early lead. Hales for three at the other end is offline, and the rebound to Hofer. He'll race it up the floor. Nolan Sherrick cross court. Faldo trying to work out of the trap and does to Miller. And Miller travels.
Let's put on the ball game. I thought maybe with the Fairfield coming in here, trying to maybe I thought they'd be a little more patient, maybe try to get the crowd to settle down a little bit. They came out ready to go.
First quarter tonight brought to us by our friends at Battery Tech. Fairfield going to employ a 1-3-1 zone here to try to confuse Westview a little bit. Drew Whitweiler, the sophomore, the only sophomore in the starting lineup for the Warriors. Hostetler inside to Rensberger, and Rensberger travels. He was either going to get called for a travel or the rare 3-second violation.
Yeah, he was in there for a couple. I thought that was going to be the call, but turnover.
So now a little half-court pressure being offered by Westview. Skylar Mast has the ball in the corner. Finds Faldo. Mast thought about the three, instead penetrates and kicks to Sherrick. Faldo not shy. He takes and hits the three. It's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. Peyton Faldo's 23rd three-pointer of the year puts Fairfield up 5-zip. Bad pass. Yoder collects it for Westview. His 15-footer is offline. And the rebound to Bentley Miller.
Been a one and done for Westview so far in the ball game.
Sherrick now for three. That's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. And Troy Beachy could not have asked for a better start. Inside, stolen away. Hostetler got it back and was fouled.
Boy, Faldo did a nice job to get the steal, and then they took it right away from him.
Foul called on Peyton Faldo. As you look at Troy Beachy, exactly 100 wins in his 8 years at Fairfield, where he graduated in 2002. Yoder for three in the corner. That's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. Charlie Yoder gets the Warriors on the board with his 34th three-pointer of the year.
There's a key steal down there for Westview to get that scoring opportunity.
Cade Gall came into the game but missed the layup, and Rensberger gets the rebound. Warriors want to run. Hales down on the block, lays it in. Elijah's first basket of the game. That's 5 in a row for Westview.
I know the folks in the arena can't hear us, but don't go for a hot dog. You're going to miss a lot of good basketball.
Hofer and Sherrick play catch on the outside. Sherrick, who has improved his game so much, gives it to Faldo. The bank not open there, and it's out of bounds off Fairfield. So Westview will take over with 4:07 to go first quarter.
Westview trailing on the boards right now. Fairfield leads 4-3. Each team with a turnover.
Hostetler to Hales. Hostetler in the corner for the tie. Rensberger's rebound missed the first time, and then he got fouled from behind. I think they're going to call it on Hofer. Indeed, Cordell Hofer picks up his first, the team's second. As you look at Rob Yoder, 269 wins in 16 years at the helm here at Westview.
A lot of great years, a lot of great kids in the program.
Yoder for the tie. That's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf, and it's an 8-8 game. Fairfield scored the first 8. Westview has scored the last 8. And Sherrick steps out of bounds. Momentum is a fickle thing in Topeka right now.
I think it's going to change uniforms a lot tonight, Chuck. It's going to go back and forth. Both these teams have a good idea what they want to do and trying to get the execution.
Yoder with Faldo trying to chest bump him. Hales got left alone, so did Hostetler.
A lot of great work being done away from the ball.
Fairfield settling back in that zone, trying to keep Westview out of the paint. And so far it's worked. But now Rensberger gets the ball down on the block. Good ball movement, but Fairfield is moving to fill these lanes quickly. They almost had Yoder caught in a trap down there. He tries to go right on the baseline and lost the ball out of bounds. It'll be Westview ball.
You know, we talked, Chuck, about how Westview's got 6'4" and 6'5" players. What they also have is everybody handles the ball pretty well. Everybody can dribble out of a situation. Everybody can defend, and they're all very talented.
2:27 with Hostetler firing the three. Sherrick the rebound. The Falcons have not trailed in this game yet, and Mass wants to make sure it doesn't happen as he goes barreling to the basket.
Folks, Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf is proud to sponsor high school sports. Subs and cookies, Shipshy Pizza. It's not just pizza, it's a feast and a game. Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. Discover the great way for great food is supposed to taste and have some fun while you're at it. Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf located at 145 East North Village Drive, Shipshewana.
Free throws sponsored by Photon Electric. Skylar Mast only a 34% free throw shooter, but you would have never known it from those two. He buries them both, and Fairfield stays in front. Mast checks out as Troy Beachy goes to his bench. Cade Gall coming back into the lineup. Hales handles it up top. Again, 1-3-1 zone being employed by Fairfield. Hales drives down the side and gets fouled. As Westview trying to be aggressive going to the basket. They're able to draw contact from Bentley Miller, and Elijah Hales will go to the foul line for free throw sponsored by Photon Electric. Hales, a 76% free throw shooter on the season, hits the first. He has 3. Elijah has been working on the shooting off the dribble better, and you saw that in that last play as he attacked from the wing. The son of former Memorial and IU star Ross Hales misses the second. And Fairfield with a 1-point lead in the final 2 minutes of quarter number 1. Gall inside to Faldo. I asked him for a post move. Well, he tried.
Turnover number 3 on the Falcons. Just one for Westview. Substitution now as Westview goes to the bench again. This is Jordan Schrock who checks in, 6-foot sophomore.
Rob Yoder had a lot of good things to say about Jordan Schrock when I visited practice on Tuesday. So Schrock has really probably improved as much as any player on the Westview squad, but he shuffled his feet right there. You only get one pivot foot. Jordan tried to use 2.
Yeah. Folks, if you're interested in improving all areas of your fitness program or sport, join the Strength and Conditioning Center in Mishawaka, Beacon Sports Performance. They offer youth, high school, and adult performance training. Visit their website at beaconhealthandfitness.org. Do it today.
Miller lost the ball. Westview came with that trap, forced the turnover. Hales races the other way, goes past Sherrick, and finds Rensberger at the foul line. Faldo was draped over Yoder, wouldn't let him get that shot off.
A lot of work for him to drape over.
And then Miller with quick hands gets the steal. He's got numbers. He misses the layup though. Ball out of bounds off the noggin of Rensberger. It'll be Fairfield ball. See Rob Yoder, 1988 grad of Westview. Then went to Hardin-Simmons, came back, was a long-time assistant under Troy Neely. Good to see Troy before the game
Very
today.
nice to see Troy.
Sherrick working with the left hand, had it knocked away and out of bounds by Westview. Fairfield retains possession.
Sherrick got a pretty good bump there. There was no call on it, but it really affected the dribble that he had going on, so it worked out.
Dennis Wingard with the quick hands there to knock it away, but Westview just couldn't recover in time. Less than a minute to go first quarter, as you see on the Thor Industries scoreboard.
Troy Beachy's saying, spread the floor, fella.
Fairfield seems content to hold for one.
They do. Tell you that Imagineering Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. The team at IFT is proud of their efforts, setting the standard for research and development. IFT and the teams in this game working toward the same goal. That's a great finish.
At least a great finish to the first quarter. Fairfield rocketed out to an 8-0 start. Westview answered with the next 8. Faldo, the alley-oop, too high for Hofer. Schrock kept it from going out of bounds, but threw it away. Faldo from half court. Ooh. Almost, but not quite. And the Fairfield Falcons will go to the bench after one with a 10-9 lead. The three-point shot was in vogue in that first quarter as both teams were doing some sniping from beyond the arc. But the Falcons lead this one by one after one on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is brought to you in part by IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise. We promise you sideline reports with Bo Hunt, and we deliver. Bo, your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, from down here, guys, one of the things I've really noticed was a sense of urgency that Fairfield's playing with. They're just playing with a much more physicality as well and really getting after it. They got off of that quick 8-0 start. They withstand the 8-0 comeback from Westview on that first quarter there. But I think the physicality that Fairfield's bringing, and Westview's going to have to match that and really get after it here in the second quarter, guys.
Both sideline reports brought to us by our friends at Bill's Heating. Bob, Troy Beachy mentioned that in his pregame comments. Talked about how you have to come out here and play with some physicality. And he warmed up his team not once, not twice, but 3 times tonight before this game. They had so much energy to burn off.
Well, he had them ready to go tonight. And, what a great first quarter. Nobody in any kind of a panic, certainly. A couple of great runs.
Ooh. Sherrick with a near steal there. But this zone defense by Fairfield really pushing Westview outside of its comfort zone on offense.
And I think they've done a good job scouting, too. They know that Westview likes to skip pass over a zone, but they're getting people in good position to make that a tough pass.
Rensberger in the paint. Boy, Hales has been in that lane a long time. He finally got out. And the Fairfield fans appreciating the good defensive effort, but Rensberger got his man in the air and got the bucket of a bump as he's fouled by Braden Helms.
That was a move of a veteran right there.
Watch it again on the 46 replay. Head and shoulders fake. And Helms was nothing more but dandruff on the shoulder of Rensberger as he came down. 64% free throw shooter takes a free throw sponsored by Photon Electric. Free throw is missed, and the rebound to Cade Gall. Westview with its first lead of the night, and then Rensberger called for a foul, and that's the second on the big fella. That's also the second team foul, so Fairfield will have to inbound underneath its offensive basket. Troy Beachy's team scoring 51 points a game, and they executed an inbounds pass beautifully to Skylar Mass for 2. He has 4.
Mass has some ups, doesn't he? Got up there, hung nice, and made a good shot.
Mass, a young man that could not play last year. A school serve suspension, but he is making the most of his senior season. Litweiler outside. Finds Yoder.
Fairfield doing a good job of knowing where Yoder and Hales are all the time.
Rensberger inside. He likes that mid-range jumper, but couldn't hit it that time. And Hofer's on the run with numbers. All the way in with the bucket and the bump. Cordell Hofer goes strong for his first basket of the night. He draws the foul from Josh Hostetler, and he'll go to the line for a free throw sponsored by Photon Electric as you get another look on the 46 replay.
Shipshewana Fitness Center is proud to sponsor Westview High School basketball and the Shipshewana community. Come experience their new hydro massage bed with red light therapy. Stop by to get your fitness profile today. A place where living well is not just a business, it's a calling. Shipshewana Fitness, located at 505 East North Village Drive in Shipshewana, or reach them by phone at 260-768-4705.
Yoder, stop and pop, his third three of the night. It's sponsored by Shipshe Pizza and Mini Golf, and we're back to a one-point game. Knocked away by Yoder, and the steal by Hostetler. Here's Litweiler for three. Where'd he go? That's sponsored by Shipshe Pizza and Mini Golf. And Drew Litweiler hits his sixth three-pointer of the year, and Troy Beachy wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Shipshewana Fitness Center. Westview with its biggest lead of the night, 2 on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is brought to you by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. What an atmosphere here in Topeka tonight. The Westview students making noise. The Fairfield students have been on their feet the whole time. This is one of the great venues for high school basketball in northern Indiana. Always feel like you're coming to a hidden gem when you come over here, because so many people in St. Joe County, where we hail from, don't really know about it.
You do a great job running the program here too. Our thanks to everybody on the staff. 7 turnovers for Fairfield here in the first half. 3 for Westview.
See if Troy Beachy changes up the defensive look here after the timeout. They've been giving up threes to Westview, and it looks like Fairfield may go with a man-to-man. No, they're keeping Miller down in the paint. He's trying to handle anybody who comes in there, so this is just a very active 2-3 zone.
Caldo's kind of out top. It's almost like a 1-3-1 time.
Hostetler with a three. It's sponsored by Shipshe Pizza and Mini Golf. His first three of the night, his 24th of the year, and a steal by Yoder and a foul on Fairfield. 3 straight three-pointers by the Warriors have given them a 5-point lead.
It's a 9-0 run. That's the biggest run of the ball game. We've had each team with an 8-0 run.
And here's a look at the last three by Hostetler.
Mass drew the foul.
That's the 5th on Fairfield here in the first half. Steal by Sherrick. He'll come down 1-on-2. Doesn't matter. He missed the layup. Rebound, though, by Miller, and he got hammered. Looks like the foul will be on Hostetler. If so, that's his second. Now they called Dennis Wingard, and the 5'11 senior off the bench gets his first. You take a look at Bentley Miller, only a 43% foul shooter, taking free throws sponsored by Photon Electric. Bentley, a young man who Troy Beachy says does the dirty work. He's great on loose balls. Not a big scorer. His season high 6 points came against Northwood.
One of the rare shooters in the ballgame. 46% from three-point range, with 43 from the line, but he made 1 out of 2 there.
Miller knocks that one down. 3 points now for Bentley, although the scoreboard shows them for 6. I think they gave 3 from Peyton Faldo to Miller up there on the scoreboard. Nevertheless, it's a 4-point game. Sherrick really extending the top of that zone. Troy Beachy doing whatever he can do to confuse Westview, and it's working with Sherrick. His second consecutive steal. Hofer in the lane, beautiful pass to Mass, but he lost the handle on the way up because he was fouled.
He kind of bailed out there. I think he lost the handle just as he was being fouled.
And that's how a lot of the Westview faithful feel about it too. They call the foul on Hostetler, his second. And Skylar Mast, as we mentioned, 34% free throw shooter, taking free throws sponsored by Photon Electric. Mast, 3-sport athlete. He has played football and run track in his time at Fairfield.
A couple of missed opportunities with free throws in what promises to be a very close game.
Mast, a good passer, but not a good foul shooter, and he missed them both there. Westview maintains a 4-point lead. Hofer knocks another pass out of bounds.
Fairfield leading on the boards, but now also leading in turnovers, so that's evened up a bit.
Yoder had to really hustle to get that ball away from Sherrick. And well aware of where his former teammate is, as Hostetler misses the 3, Hofer gets the carom. Hofer wastes no time coming up the floor, but good defense by Westview creates another turnover. Wingard traveled. He might have turned his ankle as he tried to go up.
Gave it right back. Photon Electric is a proud supporter of high school sports. Photon Electric offers commercial and residential solar installation from off-grid to grid-tied. From service to installation, Photon Electric can provide you with all your solar needs. Call Photon Electric today to find out more about tax incentives and money-saving ideas. Think solar, think local, think Photon Electric in Millersburg, Indiana.
Peyton Faldo's second 3 of the night is sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf, and we're back to a 1-point game.
Faldo now 2 out of 4 from 3-point range.
Well, in 4-H, he loves to do shooting sports, so why not carry that over to basketball? Steal. Here's Miller for the lead. And he's fouled by Litweiler.
Litweiler's got his first.
You get another look at the contact underneath the basket here. Litweiler thought that was pretty clean, and from that angle, he might have an argument. But Bentley Miller goes back to the line for free throws sponsored by Photon Electric. And we're all tied up at 20.
5 unanswered points, answering back now for Fairfield.
Miller only averages 2.5 points per game, but he already has 4 here tonight. And we remain knotted. Fairfield, Bo made this point. They came out with a sense of urgency, and they appear to have played with more energy here in the first half than Westview has. Hales and Yoder play catch on the perimeter. Hales for 3. Rattled out and then out of bounds off Winsberger. And Fairfield will get the ball and go to the bench with Cade Gall coming in for Bentley Miller.
10 rebounds for Fairfield, 6 for Westview in the first half. It's one of those games, Chuck, you almost wish that they would play 6 quarters. This is fun. Packed house. Everybody really appreciative of good basketball.
Well, you know what? Don't say that. We might get our wish.
Hey,
or at least you would get your wish. There's a steal by Yoder, and Charlie's got 2 more. 11 now for Yoder. He's gone over 1,100 points for his illustrious Westview career, and he's only a junior. Mass thought about the three. Faldo will do more than think about it. Rushed the shot a little bit, but Sherrick, well, he had it taken away. Rob Yoder wants a timeout, and he'll get it. It's sponsored by Shipshewana Fitness Center. 1:11 to go in the first half, and Westview clinging to a 2-point lead on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the electrical workers of Local 153. They're making our community brighter. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt back with you in Topeka. Number 5 Westview taking on Fairfield. All kinds of garb here tonight. Everything from bonnets to bros
and beards and all kinds of.
Yeah,
it's a great atmosphere here. You know, I'm looking at the scoreboard up there, Chuck, and you're seeing really good balance for Fairfield. And Westview has Yoder with 11, and everybody else is 3 or 2.
Hofer kicks the ball out of bounds, and Westview will retain possession. And Charlie Yoder has definitely been the catalyst for the Westview offense tonight. 3 3-pointers to go with that layup that gave him the lead, and he got open on the inbounds pass. How does that happen? Troy Beachy would like to know. He's fortunate that Yoder missed the shot.
Fairfield leading on the boards now, 12-6.
Wonder if Troy Beachy might have his team hold for one shot right here. Westview thinks that might be the case, so they're trying to trap, and Faldo for 3. Peyton with his 3rd three-pointer of the first half. Fairfield back in front. It's sponsored by Shipshe Pizza and Mini Golf. Faldo was lights out last year on 46.
4 3-pointers in the first half for Fairfield.
Westview will hold for 1. Litweiler for 3. Ball tipped off the top of the backboard. Litweiler again, no good. And Fairfield led by 1 after 1. They lead by 1 going to the intermission. 23-22. We go downstairs to Bo Hunt with Rob Yoder for a Bills Heating sideline report. Bo, take it away.
Coach, you go into halftime down by 1, couple guys in foul trouble. Just your thoughts on that first half.
I just didn't think that we were very good at making plays that were available to make. And we got to be better on offense. We definitely got to be more balanced and finish shots better and come up with offensive rebounds that we have our hands on. We just didn't make plays. And credit Fairfield for some of that, but some of that's on us.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Yep.
Back to you guys.
All right, folks, stick around. We've got 2 terrific student athletes to introduce you to in our TCU Student Athlete of the Week feature. That comes your way next. Our second quarter was brought to us by our friends at Battery Tech, and what a quarter it was. More 3-point sniping. Yoder and Faldo putting on a show. Falcons by 1 on 46.
And welcome back to Westview High School. At halftime, we get a chance to interview our student athletes of the week, and we're brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com to find out how you can become a member today. Well, it's a treat for us every week to talk to these great student athletes, and Elijah Hales is with us from Westview High School, and Madison Cole is with us from Fairfield. Madison, we'll talk to you first. First of all, congratulations on your success, your involvement with volleyball, and also with tennis and getting it done academically. Great job.
Thank you.
Talk about what it takes, the amount of work you have to put in 2 different sports, and yet making your academics a priority.
Yeah, you really have to work hard and balance what you do on and off the court, and your coaches are really supportive on what you do.
You find a night once in a while when your friends are saying, hey, let's go get a pizza, and you got to say, no, I got a project I'm working on?
I'm sure it's happened, yeah. You have to balance your friends and school.
And you got a pretty good idea what you want to study. You want to get into nursing, maybe be a dental hygienist, and you look at Ball State or IU Fort Wayne. You really have got narrowed down for a young lady. What sparked your interest in that? What sparked your interest in those fields?
My mom's a nurse. I've looked at her and I kind of see myself in the same career field as her.
That's great. That's great inspiration. Talk about the people that matter in your life. I think Mom's on that list.
Oh yeah, and my dad.
Okay, and Grandma, Grandpa. No, we don't have time to get into the whole list, but congratulations on all your success.
Well, thank you.
All right, Madison Cole from Fairfield High School, our student athlete of the week from Fairfield, and with us now is Elijah Hales from Westview High School. And Elijah, you've been around here quite a bit. You're in your 7th year here at high school. No, you're not, but it seems like you've been started in the varsity for a long time. You've done a great job, and you're also getting it done academically. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What's the management thing for you? I know basketball really is a year-round thing for you anymore, and then you have to channel your energies to your academics as well, set some priorities.
Yeah, I put all my time into basketball pretty much, and whatever's left, I put that into academics. So if I stay dedicated to that and keep the distractions away, then I can have my priorities straight.
Take care of business. Talk about your career. It's kind of interesting. You eventually want to get a law degree and be a sports agent. Pretty good idea what you want to do.
Yeah, that's just the idea of what I want to do. I'm not sure where I'm going to college yet, but hopefully that'll open some doors for me.
Might be looking for a chance to play basketball at the next level.
Yeah, of course. Ball's life.
I'll tell you what, you got a nice heritage in the Hales family as well. Your dad was a great athlete, and you've done a great job here, and wish you all the best. Give a shout out to the people that matter in your life.
Yeah, like you said, my dad, both of my parents, my dad and my mom, shout out to y'all. They really keep my head on straight. They keep me motivated, and all the rest of my family and my friends.
All right, I wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
All right, Elijah Hales from Westview High School, and Madison Cole's with us from Fairfield High School, our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com. Find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights for you in just a moment. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Halftime here in Topeka with Fairfield leading the 5th-ranked team in Class 2A by a count of 23-22. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel high above the fray. Your thoughts on the first half, partner?
Well, I'm sorry that it's over because it was really fun to watch. Kind of a chess match out there, 23-22 at halftime. I think the first team to 50 might win this game. But I think one of the things that Fairfield's got to do is make their free throws a little bit better down the stretch. Every point's going to be so crucial in this one. Westview relied quite a bit on that three-point shot. They shot 12 of them, made 5. They've been a little bit better down in the season, but it's been a great first half and a lot of big baskets.
Well, let's show you how it got to be this way, because it was really a tale of back and forth runs in this first half. Fairfield fired the first salvo, Peyton Faldo and Nolan Sherrick bearing a pair of three-pointers as the Falcons jumped out to an 8-0 lead, but then it was Westview's turn to go on an 8-0 run, sparked by this Charlie Yoder three-pointer. In fact, Yoder would bury a couple of three-pointers as Westview would get right back in the ball game. And then it kind of settled down to a little bit more of inside play from Fairfield. They got a nice pass to Skylar Mast on the inbounds pass there for the basket. Westview continued to snipe. Yoder had 3 three-pointers in the first half. He led all scorers with 11. Drew Litweiler joined the three-point parade. And when Josh Hostetler knocks one down, Westview had a 5-point lead. But again, Fairfield would come roaring back. They outscored Westview 8-2 down the stretch in the first half. Faldo, a big part of that. He leads the Falcons with 9, and a look at the first half numbers, Bob.
A lot of big runs in that first half, and as you look at the numbers, Fairfield hit 7 out of 15 from the floor, 4 out of 9 from three-point range, 5 out of 9 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Westview, 8 out of 19 from the field, 5 out of 12 from three-point range, only got to the line twice in the first half, made 1 out of 2. I think the big thing is for Fairfield, they had 12 rebounds to 8 for Westview, but they also had 10 turnovers and 7 of those for Westview. So the numbers even out, but Chuck, 8-0 runs by each team to start, 5-0 then by the Westview Warriors, answered by Fairfield. Then Westview answered with a 9-0 run, another 5-0 run for Fairfield. Got it down to where it came down to the final 2 baskets. A three-pointer for Fairfield gives them the lead at halftime.
If you consider how much more aggressive Fairfield was and how well they shot from three-point range, I think Westview might be fortunate to only be down 1 here at the intermission. We'll see what kind of adjustments Troy Beachy makes for the second half when we come back. 23-22 Fairfield at the break on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life. A way of life for us is sideline reports from Bo Hunt. He talked to Troy Beachy at the intermission. What the Fairfield coach have to say, Bo?
Well, Troy talked about ball movement on offense. He said we're getting caught up in the trap too much, especially at the top of the key. A couple of those turnovers late in the second half shouldn't have happened. We just need to dribble the ball out of those traps and find those zones, the weaknesses in those zone areas. And I asked him about the zone on his defense. They're able to really pack it in and not really give Rensberger anything inside. Elijah Hales, nothing inside, but they're knocking down the threes from the outside. How do you stop that? And he goes, well, you give a little, you take a little. He goes, we're going to take away the inside. They're going to hit those outside, but we just got to do a better job of getting out and getting their hand in their face. Guys?
I mean, that was Troy Beachy's mantra when I talked to him at practice Wednesday, too. He said, with Westview, you kind of have to pick your poison. And you might change that as the game goes along, but right now he's picking the right things.
They got out on Charlie Yoder a couple times where he was able to get inside and then pull up for a 10-footer, and he wasn't able to make him. So he likes the comfort of shooting a 3 and good adjustment. You know, when you have runs like we had in the first half, Chuck, that means good coaching adjustments along the way.
Rensberger tried to draw a charge on Mast. It didn't work, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Fairfield, so Westview gets possession.
Well, Mast really worked hard to get a good look, and he just wouldn't go down.
Third quarter tonight brought to us by our friends at Battery Tech. And if you're watching our Facebook stream, thanks to the good folks at Southwind Flooring. And leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching tonight's game from. Charlie Yoder's three-pointer finds a home. It's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. His 4th 3 of the night, and he has 14 points. Yoder comes racing down the other end. 3-on-1, laid up and in by Hostetler. And Troy Beachy quickly wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Shipshawana Fitness Center. Westview comes out with the first 5 points of the third and leads 27-23 on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for 30 years. Well, 30 years ago, if you came to the Westview gym, you'd see a fellow by the name of Gerald Esch coaching the Warriors. Jerry doesn't get to too many games these days, but I'm told he's probably watching this one and back at his home. And Coach, we want to let you know a lot of people are thinking about you here at the Warrior Gym.
You betcha. What a great tradition he helped start here at Westview, and it's an outstanding venue as we get to see usually at least once a year. But man, it's fun to come over here to Topeka or Emma or just off of 20. You pick your way to describe it, but it's great to be here.
By the way, and this is no affront to the job that Rob Yoder has done or the job Troy Neely did before him, but when Jerry Esch was winning sectionals, that was a one-class sectional, by the way.
It was, yep.
Fairfield trailing by 4. They've been down by as many as 5. They get Mast open for 3 in the corner, but he couldn't hit it. And the rebound to Litweiler, and he's got Hostetler in front, knocked away and out of bounds, and Hostetler lost it out of bounds. Josh not too happy with himself on that one. And Rob Yoder looking like it could be one of those nights, but his team's actually in the lead. Sherrick has been quiet on the scoreboard, but he does a lot of things that don't necessarily show up in the box score. Faldo has been scoring points tonight, and he got fouled by Rensberger, the third, on Big Nick.
Nick kind of had a look on his face like, what are you doing in here? Nice job by Faldo to get penetration.
Free throws here for Peyton, sponsored by Photon Electric. And if you're Westview, you do not want to see Peyton Faldo at the line. He is a 94% free throw shooter.
Wow.
That's how you become one. You get hops like that.
I thought maybe he heard you.
10 points tonight for Peyton, his 5th game in double figures this year. He was all conference a year ago, probably will be again this year. Oh, a lane violation on Fairfield. When you got a 94% free throw shooter on the year, don't worry about the rebound. There ain't gonna be one.
That's right. Peyton Faldo might get the Tim Firestone Award tonight. He plays really well on TV 46.
2 Falcons fall down, but Rensberger couldn't take advantage. Hales might. Sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. First 3 of the night for Elijah. He has 6. His 22nd three-pointer of the year. Quick recovery by Litweiler on Faldo that time. Hofer banging bodies underneath, and he draws the contact from Hales.
Folks, while you're cheering on your favorite team from the stands, know that Thor Industries is your biggest fan. As the largest RV manufacturer in the world and with 16 Thor companies in northern Indiana, we've got a spot for you in our starting lineup. Visit ThorIndustries.com to get started.
So Cordell Hofer, 70% free throw shooter, takes free throws sponsored by Photon Electric, and misses the first. He was all conference a year ago. Scores 14 a game, but he only has 3 so far tonight. Make it 4. Fairfield within 5. Stetler down low to Yoder. Yoder had it stripped away by Mast, but Mast couldn't control it.
Charlie comes over to the coach, who said might want to either go up with a shot or pass it, but don't stand there with it. That's how they get the steal.
Of course, his coach is also his father. Hostetler for 3. They've been on fire in the second half. Hostetler now with 8. That one's sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. And that's the biggest lead of the night for the Warriors at 8. And a travel on Bentley Miller.
Turnover number 12 for Fairfield tonight. 8 of those now for Westview.
And down low, Hostetler now couldn't get it to go. Rensberger went over the back, but he was fouled by Hofer.
We haven't seen that very often. We could have gone to a commercial break while that ball was sitting there.
That ball just stayed up there and would not drop. It was kind of like one of your putts in the summertime, Bob.
Just put a shadow over it, they'll start moving.
Yoder open for 3. That's easy money. Charlie with 17. Troy Vici wants another timeout. This place is up for grabs. 3-pointer sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. The timeout by Shipshawana Fitness Center. Westview is up by 11 on 46. Of the TV 46 high school basketball game of the week is being brought to you by Thor Industries. They're the world's largest RV manufacturer. Great to have Thor on our team this year. Thanks to Bob Martin, Rick Shutt, and the boys over at Thor Industries. As you take a look at Bentley Miller, Fairfield trying to figure out a way to dig out of an 11-point hole after leading by 1 at the half.
You're talking about Peyton Faldo's free throw percentage. How about the field goal percentage for Westview in this third quarter? 83% on 5 out of 6.
Hofer loses it out of bounds, and Westview enjoying a 14-2 third quarter so far.
Still 4+ to go here in the third quarter. They got time to make one of those runs. Remember, they ran off an 8-0 run.
Remember, Fairfield won in overtime last year. Charlie Yoder with a rare miss. Knocked out of bounds by Westview. Fairfield will get the basketball.
Yoder was feeling it. He made his first 2 3-pointers here in the second half.
Ooh. Westview trying to ratchet up the defensive pressure here on Fairfield. Faldo trying to keep his team in it, and he has been sniping tonight. Peyton with 13, including 4 3-pointers. That one sponsored by Shipshy Pizza and Mini Golf. Hostetler at the other end. The turnaround won't drop. Ball batted around. Faldo saves it to Mast. Fairfield trying to weather the storm here. Good pass by Faldo. Miller wide open 3. Couldn't drop. And Westview's got a breakaway with Rensberger's easy layup. 4 points now for Rensberger, young man who will be playing baseball at Huntington College next year. Sherrick trying to work on Yoder and couldn't get it to drop. And Yoder tied up by Faldo. Alternating possession will go to Westview.
Teachers Credit Union understands the importance of growing your future, whether you're growing your family, your square footage, or your business. Teachers Credit Union is here for you with financial solutions that will help you succeed. Visit tcunet.com to start growing your future today. Federally insured by the NCUA, they are an equal housing opportunity lender.
Hales works underneath and gets the bucket. Sometimes you don't appreciate the strength of Elijah Hales, but boy, did he use it right there to get open. He has 8.
Well, defense found Faldo that time, didn't he?
They did. Sherrick drives in hard, but got a little timid going up for the shot. Westview trying to build on the 12-point lead, and they will as they get Rensberger loose underneath. The spacing and the passing much crisper by the Warriors here in the third quarter.
They've hit another gear, there's no question about that.
They have outscored Fairfield 20-5 so far here in the first 6 minutes of the third. Sherrick has not been able to buy a basket tonight.
Made some good moves. He's a talented athlete, just can't finish.
We've talked about how much he's improved over the last 18 months. Now Cade Gall for 3. Can't get it to go. The rebound knocked out of bounds goes to Westview.
Fairfield looking for somebody to step up here. Rebounding. Fairfield still on top, but just by 1 now.
Now it's the 3-pointer on the way by Litweiler, but it's off the mark. Rensberger underneath was fouled by Faldo. It was like Gulliver with the Lilliputians down there.
Good offensive board there for Westview.
So Nick Rensberger, who is a 64% foul shooter, takes free throws sponsored by Photon Electric. Hits the first. He now has 7.
Got 5 of those in the second half.
Might have seen the brace on Nick's leg. So he takes the free throws. That knee caused him to miss the first 3 games of the season, but Rob Yoder says he keeps getting better and more mobile and less afraid of contact with every game. He has 8 points here tonight. Faldo works his way in through the trees for 2. Peyton with 15. Well, earlier we had talked about the balance that Fairfield had. Now their offense starts to look like the numbers that Westview had in the first half, and Westview's numbers starting to get more balanced because the big fella hits another bucket. Rensberger now with 10.
He wants the ball next time down the floor too. 3 out of 3 from the field with 2 free throws.
Ball travels.
14th turnover of the night for the Falcons. Figure when they got out the bus tonight, Chuck, they're probably thinking if we have double-figure turnovers, it's going to be tough to beat this team.
They had double-figure turnovers in the first half.
Yep.
So the Falcons go to the bench. Cade Kitson checks in for the first time tonight. Kitson, a senior, standing there next to Bentley Miller. And Westview with a 16-point lead. Let's see if Rob Yoder holds for the last shot of the quarter. It appears he will.
We thought that was going to happen in the girls' game and also in the JV game, but everybody wanted to shoot the ball.
Well, I don't blame him for that. I like shooting the ball too. Down to the final 15 here of quarter number 3, as Westview has shown why they are so highly regarded in Class 2A. Wingard needs help. Hostetler will hoist it, but to no avail. Hofer's full court shot is too late. And the third quarter comes to an end, a third quarter that was absolutely dominated by Westview. They outscored Fairfield 24-7 in the period, and the Warriors will take a 16-point lead to the fourth on 46. The 46 game of the week being brought to you in part by Teachers Credit Union. Grow your future. Visit tcunet.com. Bo Hunt, you were courtside for that third quarter. What made the difference for Westview?
Two things made the difference there. The intensity that we talked about earlier that Fairfield had, Westview gained that in the second half. They came out, they were much more physical, they were much more intense, they had more direction where they were going. I think one of the biggest things you looked at where you could get that was the fast break points they got. They were actually looking up for it, looking to get those fast break points. The other thing was the balanced scoring, the balanced attack. More guys getting involved in the offense. That's going to only help Westview down the stretch, guys.
And the numbers were incredible for Westview in the third.
Fairfield goes 2 out of 8 from the field, and Faldo had their only 2 field goals. One of them a three-pointer, but Westview 9 out of 14 in the third quarter alone, 5 out of 8 from three-point range. They shoot 65%, and they opened up a big chasm in this ballgame.
They're going to foul or call the foul on Elijah Hales. That's his second and only the second on Westview in the second half. Faldo gets open off the inbounds play, and he was fouled for 3 free throws by Wingard.
Wingard's second. Let's see if they can avoid a lane violation here, Chuck.
Free throw sponsored by Photon Electric. Our fourth quarter sponsored by our friends at Battery Tech. Faldo leads the Falcons tonight with 15 points. His career high 17 came against Hamilton.
Shipsy Pizza and Mini Golf was proud to sponsor high school sports. Subs and cookies, Shipsy Pizza. It's not just pizza, it's a feast and a game. Shipsy Pizza and Mini Golf. Discover the great way food is supposed to taste and have some fun while you're at it. Shipsy Pizza and Mini Golf located at 145 East North Village Drive in Shipshewana. Did a great job feeding our crew tonight.
Nice tasting pizza. Troy Beachy shuffling people off his bench. Faldo, if he hits this, has a new career high. And he has also raised his free throw percentage to 95% now. He's 19 of 20 for the year. 13-point Westview lead against full court pressure by the Falcons. You said the first team to 50 probably wins. Westview knocking on the door.
You got a license to be as patient as they want to be here.
And a foul called on Fairfield.
Hofer, his third. Folks, Imagineering Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. The team at IFT is proud of their efforts, setting the standard for research and development. At IFT, the team's, quality is a way of life there, and the teams in this game are working toward the same thing they are, and that's a great finish.
Yoder handling the ball up top. Now Hales with Miller guarding him. Westview just content to take a lot of time off the clock here. Sherrick knocks the ball away. Fairfield trying to get a fast break basket. Those have been rare tonight for the Falcons. Mast a spinorama for 2.
Nice play.
Looked like Denny Savard.
A hockey guy.
And a foul called on Skylar Mast. That'll be his second. So you take a look at this Westview team and the numbers they're putting up. They're going to solidify first place if they hang on to this lead in the NACC. And they have won the conference in 8 of the last 12 seasons.
Well, there's a reason for that. Very good program, very well coached team, and answered a big challenge that they got from Fairfield tonight so far in the ballgame.
When I asked Rob Yoder about that before the game, though, he kind of downplayed the importance of the conference. As Yoder hits another 3, it's sponsored by Shipsy Pizza and Mini Golf. Charlie now with 20. Rob said, I'm just worried about improving for March. I mean, his team's eyes have been focused on a state tournament run ever since they lost that game that you did last year in the semi-state when they lost to Oak Hill.
Lost to a very good Oak Hill team. Good turnover there.
Steal by Charlie Yoder, and he'll go all the way in for 2. The left-hander now with 22. Charlie adding to his team lead in steals with that one. Rensberger pilfers that pass.
Nice tip there by Wingard in that defensive set. Turnover number 16 of the night for Fairfield.
And Yoder again trying to work that left side. He's open for 3, and that's money. .25 now for Charlie Yoder, and Troy Beachy wants another timeout. Sponsored by Shipshewana Fitness Center. It is a 3-point shooting exhibition tonight for Charles Yoder. He has hit 6, and the Warriors lead by 19 on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. I said going to the break, Charlie Yoder has 6 threes tonight. No, he's got 7.
And he's got 7 out of 9 tries, partner. So we're talking about really setting a standard tonight, doing a great job. And, well, he's lucky, right? No, he's 77% because he works as hard as any kid in Indiana. And has done it over the years. But a lot of folks just bragging about his work ethic and willingness to get in the gym and shoot.
And a charge on Cordell Hofer drawn by Elijah Hales. And that's 4 now on Hofer.
Trying to do what you can.
Well, one thing Troy Beachy noted at practice this week is Hales goes in and scores 2 more. Elijah now with 10. He said whoever Hales is put on, and he wasn't sure who Rob Yoder would choose, but he said that person's not scoring a lot. And Hales has been on hope for most of the night, and that's been the result. He is a lockdown defender. And a young man that has some great choices to make. Yoder, oh, he missed one. What's wrong?
Made it easier for me to figure his percentage.
Held ball underneath that'll go to Westview.
First missed shot by Westview in the 4th quarter. They hit their first 4 shots.
But Elijah Hales scored a 1540 on the SAT. That'll get you in just about anywhere. He's being interviewed by Harvard as a student. By the way, they did not ask to interview either one of us.
No.
And he's also being looked at by the University of Chicago as both a student and a basketball player.
And he wants to get a law degree and become a sports agent down the road. He'd be a good one.
Rensberger lost the handle. Problem is, by the time he's ready, I'll be ready to close out my career. Sherrick short on the shot. We come the other way. And Hales was held by Mast.
Shipshewana Fitness Center is proud to sponsor Westview High School basketball and the Shipshewana community. Come experience their new hydro massage bed with red light therapy. Stop by to get your fitness profile today. A place where living well is not just a business, it's a calling. Shipshewana Fitness, located at 505 East North Village Drive in Shipshewana, or reach them by phone. That number is 260-768-4705.
Charlie Yoder was fouled, and he will go to the foul line where he is an 86% free throw shooter. And Yoder hits the first now with 26 points. A reminder, next Friday night we have more high school basketball. We'll go to the NIC, get our first look at the Penn Kingsmen this year. Al Rhodes' team having a great year on offense. They take on Mishawaka in the renewal of that rivalry. See it Friday night 11, Saturday morning at 9 on TV 46. Yoder hits them both. He now has 27.
First 2 free throws today.
And a rejection on Sherrick. Faldo has been the Fairfield offense tonight.
That was block shot number 24 of the season as well for Yoder.
Gall tried to get it down low to the freshman Helms, but it's taken away by Westview. Yoder comes the other way. Nice pass inside to Rensberger for 2. He's got 12. Well, Westview is in the same sectional as LaVille. We've seen them both. And obviously a lot of things can change between now and March. But if I had to pick, I'm somewhat swayed by this second half by Westview. As Skylar Mast hits a 3, it's sponsored by our friends at Shipshe Pizza and Mini Golf.
Chuck, the last few times on the floor, been able to see Westview run their offense in total. They get Yoder open for a 3. They can go back out top. They can get some other looks on the other side, but then they're always looking for a flasher in the post. They were able to feed the post, got a couple of easy baskets. They're running the offense the way it can be run, and boy, you know, as much as the Falcons really hustled in that first half, Westview has really been able to stay in what they want to do, and they're executing very well.
Riley Bales checks into the game now for Fairfield, as Troy Beachy starts to empty his bench down by 22. Hales goes right to work and lays it up and in. Wow, that was not an easy shot. 12 now for Hales.
6 out of 7 from the field in this fourth quarter for Westview.
And a lot of new folks in the game now. Donovan Edwards handles the ball up top for Fairfield. That's Braden Helms, a 6'3" freshman. Gall trying to work his way down the lane, had it knocked away by Hostetler. And then a loose ball and the battle for it on the sidelines. It'll go to Westview.
Turnover number 18 of the ball game. Again, that's an unofficial number, but it's close, and it's been a big factor because Westview's taking advantage of a lot of those turnovers. Had some good fast break points, as Bo pointed out.
Tim Brandenburger checks in for Westview, a 6'3" sophomore, taking the place of Rensberger. Reminder, if you're watching this game and the snow's falling hard and you can't get out on Saturday, you can listen to IU and Purdue battle at Mackey Arena, 2 o'clock on 103.1 FM. Oh, look who's still in there. Charlie Yoder missed. And the rebound to Bales.
Charlie's missed his last 2 shots. I think they got to yank him. Chuck, what do you think?
I think they probably will here before too long. Westview has another Northeast Corner Conference game scheduled for Saturday with Garrett. We'll see if they are actually able to play it. Scoring inside for Fairfield, that's Bryce Willard with the basket. 5'10" junior with the hoop.
Nice solid move right there. Photon Electric is a proud supporter of high school sports. Photon Electric offers commercial and residential solar installation from off-grid to grid time. From service to installation, Photon Electric can provide you with all your solar needs. Call Photon Electric today to find out more about tax incentives and money-saving ideas. Think solar, think local. think Photon Electric in Millersburg, Indiana.
Hales had the left-hand layup, and we're into the final minute 15 of this one. As the Westview Warriors about to go to 13-4 on the year. Yoder another rebound. Rob Yoder's got players at the scores table ready to check in. Just needs a dead ball to get him in the game. I'm not sure he'll get one.
Well, Troy Beachy can take his team home proud of the effort he got out of him tonight. They got to eliminate those turnovers. They did a good job on the boards in the first half, not so much in the second half.
Just a quick substitution timeout here. So Westview will empty the bench, and Charlie Yoder comes out for the night after a 27-point effort.
Can't say enough about Peyton Faldo and the job he did tonight. Career high.
18 points for Faldo, 27 for Yoder. Westview, as we mentioned, 13-4 now overall. And they'll go to 6-0 in the NECC. For Fairfield, the third straight loss for Troy Beachy's team, and they'll have to do a little bit of soul searching after this one and try to straighten things out. But chances are they're not going to play another team as good as Westview, and that might be true for a lot of teams this year.
Quite a night for Westview. The JV team won 48-44. The girls varsity team won, and now the varsity completes the sweeper.
It is all over in Topeka. The Westview Warriors knock off the Fairfield Falcons by a count of 64-40. When we come back, we'll have all of our post-game features coming your way on the 46th game of the week.
Watching the WHME TV 46 High School Game of the Week, brought to you by
Fans are milling about on the floor, which I guess gives us a lot of Millers to go with the Yoders, Bontraggers, and Hostettlers here in Topeka tonight, as they all saw number 5 Westview win over Fairfield tonight, 64-40. An impressive second half by Westview, Bob.
And you'd have trouble convincing people that Fairfield led at halftime, 23-22. Outscored. It was just a barrage of three-pointers, a fusillade of three-pointers that went in as the half progressed, and it seemed like the deeper the hole got, you're trying to dig out of a hole and the sand keeps coming in, and it really did for Fairfield. They played hard. They had a good game plan. They called some timeouts, tried to stem the tide, but just too much firepower for Westview, and the fact that they had good balance. They found the big guy inside. Hales did a good job defensively, especially. But boy, there was an all-star here tonight.
Well, the guy burying the threes and the guy that buried the Falcons is standing by now, courtside with Bo Hunt.
Standing by with our player of the game, Charlie Yoder. Charlie, first off, 27 points, 7 3-pointers tonight. Just talk about this victory.
It's a big one for us in conference. They were obviously undefeated too, so that's just a big, really big win, and hopefully it sets us off well to finish the season.
This is a big rivalry, Fairfield, Westview. Just talk about how big of a rivalry this is as well.
I've grown up in this rivalry, and it's probably one of the biggest. It's probably the biggest regular season game we play, and it's theirs too. So we just both brought a good crowd, and it was a really fun atmosphere tonight.
You guys come out the second half, a little sluggish in that first half, down by 1, and then all of a sudden it just clicked. What was it Coach talked about at halftime, and how did you guys, change at halftime?
We just made some adjustments. The first half we made the plays, but we weren't really finishing them very well, and weren't making plays on the offensive end very well. So the second half, the shots started to fall at least, and we just took off.
Last time we saw you was in the playoffs against Oak Hill. How did that loss affect you guys in the offseason?
I think it motivated us all to work really hard, and we just want to send the seniors off on the best note possible, because all they've done for this program. So we're very thankful for them, and we just want to send them off on the best note possible.
Hey, best of luck. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Our player of the game feature brought to us by our friends at IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise. And time now to check out our electrical workers, Local 153 electrifying play of the game. That was supplied by Charlie Yoder as well, not just once, but 7 times.
7 times out of 10 shots, and he missed his last one. So he had a phenomenal night going. Well, it was a phenomenal night anyway, but Also, you know, he's such a perimeter player. Then he can get inside. He also made a couple of 2-point field goals and a couple of free throws. So when you're a scorer, you find ways to get on the board. And again, they struggled a little bit in that first half, and not for lack of coaching, not for lack of ideas, just the execution really ramped up in the second half.
But he talked about wanting to do something special for the seniors. Obviously, the boys tournament a long way away, still about 6 weeks to go. The girls tournament draw, though, that comes up on Sunday. It'll be on the IHSA television network on the internet, and that'll be at 3:30 Sunday. So we want to make sure that the girls basketball fans tune in for that and find out where your favorite team is going. Where we're going next week, well, it's on over to the Cave in Mishawaka for more high school basketball action, but we sure enjoyed our visit here in Topeka tonight, and especially seeing our 46 crew get together once again. The bubbly one, Champagne Tony Beltran, was at the controls tonight, and he had the help of the usual cast of characters. Now, as I mentioned, we're at the Cave next Friday night for more high school basketball as Penn takes on Mishawaka in the renewal of that rivalry. You'll see it Friday night at 11 and Saturday morning at 9. Don't forget college basketball on the radio Saturday as Indiana goes to Mackey Arena to take on Purdue. 2 o'clock for the tip-off of that. And Bob has Notre Dame women's basketball Sunday on Pulse FM as the Irish take on Boston College. Now for my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famers, Bob Nagel and Bo Hutt, Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final. Westview 64, Fairfield 40. So long from lovely LaGrange County.